election. The evidence of President's misconduct is open and contested. And I'm adopting, in the President's own words, on July 24th,
Patriots
I'm
caught
electing you to do us
videotaping
a favor,
in
though.
Spygate secret.
Ray so bare his intentions, his willingness to sacrifice the national security for his own personal interests. And when the President got caught, he committed his second impeachable act, obstruction of Congress of the very ability to make sure that no one is above the law, not even the President of the United States. The evidence is every bit as strong that President Trump has obstructed Congress fully, without precedent, and without basis in law. If allowed to stand, it would limit Congress's ability to conduct oversight of this president or any other in the future, leaving this president and those who follow to be free to be as corrupt, malfeasant, or incompetent as they would like, with no prospect of discovery or accountability. Now, some would argue, why don't you just wait? Why don't you just wait until you get these witnesses the White House refuses to produce? Why don't you just wait until you get the documents the White House refuses to turn over? And people should understand what that argument really means. We're stating as a that Don McGahn has no absolute right to defy Congress. 8 months. One court decision. If it takes us another 8 months to get a second court or maybe a Supreme Court decision, people need to understand that is not the end of the process. It comes back to us and we ask questions because he no longer has absolute immunity, and then he claims something else. And his answers are privileged, and then we have to go back to court for another 8 or 6
Y'all,
months.
these articles of impeachment,
Amounts to this.
the truth this morning.
Why don't you just let
The
him
truth.
in one more election? Why not let him cheat just one more time? Why not let him have foreign help just one more time? That is what that argument amounts to. The President's misconduct goes to the heart of what he a free and fair election in 2020. It is patent for candidates to invite for interference in our political process, but it is far more corrosive for a president to do so and to abuse his power to make it so.
Look at Maxine's face.
Everything
I mean, it's
the
just,
President's misconduct continues to this day, unapologetically and right now. As we saw,
why she,
even this week, the President's lawyer was back in Ukraine, seeking to revive the same debunked conspiracy theory.
I mean, look how she looking at shift like, yes, baby, say it, baby.
Most pernicious of the arguments that we have heard in the President's defense. That the President can do whatever he wants under Article 2, including get foreigners involved in our elections, and we should just, to quote the President's chief of staff, get over it. Ben Franklin said we have a republic if we can keep it. The President and his men say you can't keep it, and Americans should just get over it. Americans don't get to decide American elections anymore. Not by themselves, not without foreign help. For the members of Congress, this is not a question of fact because the facts are not seriously contested. It is rather a question of duty. The President's oath of office
Dang. I mean, Maxine is over there eating this up.
forward today will give us a chance to show
I mean, it's like she's over there, she on Mars.
Oh, that's what they did when they did
something
Right. So they didn't want, basically, the Republicans don't want that Clinton treatment. And now they getting it. AKA what goes around comes around. I thought Maxine was about to hit the podium.
the first words out of Speaker Pelosi's mouth were on this solemn day.
On this beautiful, solemn day.
Usually don't enjoy this.
They didn't want to do it. Nancy Pelosi.
No, they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to have to do this, but he kept pushing it.
I mean, is that enough Russia helped them be? And he went to Ukraine.
To me, it doesn't matter. You calling and talking to the Ukraine like your best friend.
Thank you.
I mean,
And
what
then,
do you represent?
you, well, you know his people are Russians, Germans, something like one of them. His grandfather was in the KKK.
And then you send people over there to find out information on Joe Biden.
Something you really shouldn't be doing. And then you held out money. That was basically quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. So like,
Quid pro. People saying stuff against Nick Cannon.
hey Fati baby.
Did Nick Cannon make a comment about Eminem?
He called. Oh yeah,
People are saying, "Dear Nick Cannon, Eminem is no joke."
Nick Cannon called Eminem grandpa because Eminem somehow, some way, big Eminem and Mariah Carey, they little feud is back home, and Nick Cannon somehow, some way got into it, and I'm sorry, but Nick Cannon raps are whack. They lame. Eminem gonna wear him out, baby.
Oh man,
Eminem gonna wear him out. But hey, Thoughty, baby. Thoughty, I'm I'm waiting for Eminem.
oh Eminem, okay, but
Oh, hush, bitch. I'm talking to somebody. I'm waiting for Eminem to come back with a diss track because Nick Cannon already did one. Now, when Eminem do his, if I was Nick Cannon, I'd hide under a rock right now. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. You know it's bad.
he might not say nothing.
God, not call Trump a U-Haul. Thoughty, no. See, that's just impeachment, Thoughty.
Oh, Trump ain't gonna use no U-Haul.
That's just impeachment. You see, if they vote for removal of office, then and only then, he got to get the hell out. See, a lot of people getting excited over the impeachment. Impeachment is one thing, but what people don't understand is impeachment and removal of office is not the same thing. Impeachment, you got the chance to, finish the little term you got left. But removal of office, you gone. Like, there's no such thing. My question is, why are they doing a longer trial? Um, it took them 8 months just to get what they wanted. And like Chairman Schiff said, if it take another 8 months, they're willing to do it. Trump figured he was above the law, this, that, and the
I didn't
umpteenth.
realize how big Nate is.
How big who is? Nadler. He a little Portland man. You so messy.
I didn't know how big he was.
You a messy ass man.
I'm just saying I didn't realize how big he was because he's always behind his desk, so I never see him.
Basically, Thati, hold up with. Like, Clinton did get impeached. He finished his term, and that was that. Nothing basically happened.
Clinton lied about a goddamn blowjob and he got impeached. For sure, this president got impeached.
Y'all heard what my B said? My B said Clinton lied about a blowjob and got impeached. And he said, so you know damn well this one gotta go. But Lashonda, if okay, okay, let's put it like this here. We all know the justice system in the United States is not built for black people. We all know that. There's no such thing as fair treatment for a black person in the United States of America. So Trump kept fighting subpoenas, this, that, and the other. Okay? He has that right because he's the president. He has a team of lawyers. That's his only thing. So he was able to fight that. He was able to tell his staff members to not comply with, what the House Judiciary offers. But if they really want to do something to appease the American people, they should write up articles for removal of Trump and Pence. That'll be the smart thing to do. So, what I'm kind of sort of thinking they're trying to do is sit up there and be like, okay, we got him impeached. So, why not draft up the articles of removal? They should focus more on giving us halfway decent Democratic candidates that will be able to beat him in the upcoming election. Out of like 20 candidates, not one of them puts a fire underneath me. Man, Fati. I'm glad you brought that up, B. Buttigieg almost had me until he made this dumb comment. And that dumb comment was, and I quote Pete Buttigieg, I can identify with the black people because I'm gay. Say that one more time. Sis, you can identify with who because you what? No. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Now, if I had to say one person that probably could, closer to the election, I want to have a lighthearted debate. I would love to have you on it. Okay, Thati Bay, I would love that. You know I love this type of stuff. But if there's one person I know that would hurt his ego and his pride, and that would be Elizabeth Warren. Now, Elizabeth Warren has millionaires like Bill Gates shook. I mean, billionaires like Bill Gates and a few other people shook. She said it's time for billionaires to actually pay their taxes. She also wants free college. She also wants to wear that, like healthcare isn't this like thing you have to go broke trying to get. Like she makes some good points, some valid points, some decent points. And you can tell Trump is kind of intimidated by her. Case in point, he called her Pocahontas. He calls her all types of things. Right, right. See that right there? That kind of lost me, but like she was also involved in the flipping. Oh wait, I didn't know about that one. Oh no, I'm gonna have to go look at. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. I'm gonna have to go look at this. The flipping out scam. All right, B. All right, B. I'll be waiting. I can't believe. So basically, there's nobody to run against him then. Now that I think about it, Bernie getting office, God forgive me for saying this. God forgive me for saying what I'm about to say. But Bernie getting office, give him 2 years and he done. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, Elizabeth is counseled. Elizabeth, you bit the bullet. Bernie is COVID. The jacket's in the closet right there. Hey, G. Parrish. What you okay, Tati? What you mean? Ben, you think Bernie is part of the problem? Bernie Sanders, and he been in office for 30 years. Like somebody on here, we talking back and forth about this.
What do you mean part of the problem?
Bernie is okay, but he's been in political office for more than 30 years. So basically, he is part of the problem. Like, there's been no change with Bernie. Like, Bernie wants all these, I want free healthcare, I want free college, tuition free. What you say, babe?
One good thing I like about Bernie, he believes in healthcare for all. Period.
I mean, that'll be good. All right, babe, hurry up. But the person I really thought would be a problem was Kamala Harris. Well, we all knew she a problem. And I'm gonna tell you why. Hold up, let me go use the restroom real quick. None, Fati, none. Not a piece of change.
But that is one of the things that makes this whole thing so extraordinary. When we started at the beginning of this process, back when Nancy Pelosi was opposed to impeachment, she was opposed because she said this is such an extraordinary step. It's so divisive. We need to make sure that we have buy-in. And yet here we are in December, and the expectation is at the moment that Republicans will remain largely united, that the president's strategy of stonewalling has been largely successful because he has not responded to a single subpoena, and Republicans still remain united. So it is, on some level, it's a referendum on this question that you're raising here, which is this a moment where people will wake up and realize that the institutions are crumbling? And on the Republican side, the answer is very clearly no to that. They are not budging even 1 inch.
To Tim's point, news moves quickly, 15 moves slowly.
There you go.
We will watch this over time. We've seen an enormous amount of change in the last several weeks. Remember this started 2, 3 months ago with the whistleblower complaint, with the width of that, and here we are today. Will we move forward beyond that? The fact is we don't know yet, but we will bring it to you as it happens. Stay with us. We're going to speak to a member of the House Intelligence Committee who's considering these very questions next.
In 1 week, a lot will happen to your life. Wrinkles just don't. Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repairs Derm-Proven Retinol works so fast, it takes only 1 week to reveal younger-looking skin. Neutrogena.
Okay,
Quitting smoking is freaking hard. Like quitting every Monday hard.
they want to give away free healthcare in college. Where that money coming from? Our higher taxes is where they always screw the middle class. See,
We are Kiwi Co., and we deliver hands-on STEM projects designed to inspire young innovators. Kids of all ages can explore science, engineering, art, and more. Get
hold
yours
up,
for
wait.
free. Visit trykiwico.com.
Let me turn this down. All right. See, my thing with that is this healthcare for all and free college. The right thing to do would be for them to actually tax the piss out of the top 1%. The top 1% don't pay shit in taxes. Look at the man who owned Amazon. Out of 11 what million billion dollars he made, I want to say it was $11 billion he made. He didn't pay nothing in taxes. Nothing. Nathaniel Methuselah. So if these people who are fucking billionaires, who always on Forbes riches list and never pay a piece of tax, how come us as middle class, the working class, our taxes always go up, but they never get hit? Healthcare for all, tuition free college, aka free college, should be paid off the backs of the top 1%. That's how I see it. Now back to what Thati was saying. The only thing that Bernie gave change to was his clothes, his age, and his hair. Thati, thank you, baby. Thank you. It got people who are $150,000 in debt right now because of college. It got people who are 5,000 in debt. I mean 500,000 in debt because of college. I'm like, wait. I see why like certain people are like, okay, I'd rather have a trade than put myself in debt. And I had this conversation with somebody last night. Like my neighbors, we usually talk. We talk every once in a while. My neighbors, we was like they talking, and it was like, how she put it? She said, "I have a question. Who you think is the smarter person? A person who goes to college, or a person who gets a trade?" It threw me for a loop for a second the way she asked it. Her and her boyfriend was over here. I'm like, who do you think is the smarter person? A person who gets a trade or a person who goes to college? And her husband was like, so you really don't get it? I'm like, just let me think for a second. And he was like, let me give you 10 seconds. I was like, the person who go to college. And they both fell out laughing. Me and Bay looked at each other like this here. And this is how it threw me for a loop. A person who learns a trade is nowhere near in debt the way the average person who goes to college. I'm like, what you mean? We need more hands-on people. We need people, who are not just smart dummies. HVAC, etc., etc. I'm like, manual labor? Like, no, not manual labor. There's things you can do that doesn't require. I'm like, wait. So you mean to tell me, if I was to go learn a trade right here, right now, I wouldn't be in debt? And it was like, yes. So who's the real smart one? I said the person with the trade. Thought it. That's the whole point they was making to me last night. And me and Bay just looked at each other like, child. So what would happen if people were to stop going to college? That's my question. Since I threw it into the mix, like people stopped going to college altogether and just started getting trades. Then what the college institute gonna start doing? Cause I mean, just to be a lawyer is what per class. I'm gonna say what $3,000 to $8,000 per semester, and that's what 4 5 years just to become a lawyer just to practice to be a lawyer. Look how much money it costs to be a lawyer. I mean, a doctor, and that's 8 years right there, 8 to 10 years right there. So if we want to do this here, like free this, free that, the top the top 1% needs to pay their taxes versus the middle class. Because the middle class and the poor people are always paying their taxes. But it's that top 1% who doesn't pay Nathaniel Methuselah. And it's so unfair. It's so unfair. I mean, what country that is? What country that is? They have free healthcare. They have free college. It's gonna hit me. Well, Sate, I'm glad you brought that up. I mean, you know, black people, we gonna find a way to do some shit to make some shit pop. I mean, a black woman invented the GPS system. A black man invented the cell phone. So, who gonna suffer the most? Right. Not everyone need college. Not everyone made for college. Not everyone is college material. So, we'll check this computer real quick. Ooh, girl, now what you want? It might be Switzerland or Norway. One of the two. Girl, now what you want? Oh, girl, bye. He'll email you when he get back. Cause I'm not answering your whole. How you gonna suffer the? Okay, J Parish is Norway. How you gonna suffer though? How you gonna suffer, Tati? I mean, if anything, girl, no. God, no, this commercial. Um, if anything, would a drive America to give certain things we need? Not on new phones like air. We would drive America to come to the conclusion to actually invest in its people for education is when they see people leaving the country to go to college. Like no shade, no tea. I thought about going to college in Canada. No shade, no tea. And we all know to go into Canada, you gotta have stuff lined up already, cause they're not gonna just let no anybody in their country. It's not expensive in Canada. College in Canada is not expensive, not like it is in America. In America, you paying house notes. Like you paying on this shit. Ooh, child. You paying on this shit until the day you damn near die. In Canada, get you a couple years, it'll even take you a couple, not even what, 10 years to pay off your college tuition. Sally Mae, she gonna give you the option. I don't know what they call it, but out here, Sally Mae. Sally Mae not gonna play with you. She gonna like, you just pay this here off and we gone. Get out my face. I don't wanna see you again. And like what? Now the healthcare in Canada, some good healthcare, some good ass healthcare. But compared to our healthcare, like finding a needle in the haystack. They don't play with that stuff over there. Y'all hold on. Where is my jacket? Where's my jacket? Bitch, if it was a snake, it'd have beat me.
The FBI, Christopher Wray was leading, but it sure was. When the FBI opens an investigation.
All right. Healthcare versus healthcare in America. Healthcare in Canada versus healthcare in America. Healthcare in Canada is affordable, very affordable, on any type of budget, affordable. The mortality rate, completely different than America. But healthcare in America, you pay the arm, leg, and the heart just to go get a checkup. If you go to the emergency room, I'm pretty sure some of y'all get that bill in the mail. Just a standard emergency room like visit when your doctor out, if something happened. That's 2 grand if they put a band-aid on you. For those of you that's from Louisiana, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's 2 grand just to walk your monkey ass in there. Another 2 grand for them to just put a stethoscope to your chest, put a band-aid on you, give you a prescription and go. So by the time you walk out there, you walking for a minor ER visit, you walking out with a $5,000 bill. Oh, and they wonder why people don't go to the doctors anymore. Bitch, y'all breaking the bank. Health insurance don't make it no better. You paying these high ass prices for health insurance that barely covers the spectrum of what you thought it covered. Case in point, let's just say John was paying $80 a month for health insurance just in case something was to happen. And let's just say John develops a heart condition and needs a heart transplant. John still gonna have to pay X amount of money, even though he paying $80 a month for health insurance when he thought he was covered for these issues. When he thought he was covered for these issues. So to actually answer Thotti's question, Bernie hasn't brought nothing to the table. Nobody's really brought anything to the table when it comes down to the Americans and their health. I could take it a step further. Let's look at England. I was on Vox. It was on Vox, VOX, and I was reading. And it was like, do you see the way the Americans eat? And a lot of people's like, Americans eat like they have health care. Burn. Do you know in England, all over Europe, healthcare is affordable? Hey, Manny Bain, pay attention. Most countries from Europe, etc., healthcare is affordable. All services are affordable. We the only country, the only continent where healthcare will break you, put you into poverty. So if anybody gonna run, yes, man, they take care of their people. But if anybody wants to run, I highly suggest that if you're gonna say, I want health care, I want insurance, I want this, I want that, stick to your guns. Hold people's feet to the fire, aka mainly the top 1%. Because if the top 1% not paying they due, why is it always up to us to pay our dues and get stuck with higher and higher and higher taxes? Shit, we're not gonna be able to afford. Let's look at Paris. We Paris, France. 40-hour work weeks. You get paid maternity leave. You get the works out there. You have what I want to say a 6-day school week in college. And that's just to speed up the process. And there's some other shit. Oh, housing. You don't see many homeless people out there. You notice that? In certain countries, you don't see homeless people. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on my political high horse soapbox. I'm sorry. But you don't see that shit like you see out here. It's prevalent out here. Every state, city for city, you gonna see homeless people, but not in them fucking countries. They take care of their military veterans. Not out here. I know I'm comparing apples to oranges probably to some of y'all, but like if somebody's going to run on these are the things they need to look at, study, and implement them in their campaign. Don't make the promise and do like several other people who get the presidency, backpedaling pussy pop. Don't do it. Thank you, Manny. A whole stipend. I I couldn't run for an office. I couldn't run because I'd hold my city to a higher standard. I'd hold the country to a higher standard. I'd hold my state to a higher standard. Like, look at this. Now look at that. Look at this. Now look at that. Why we not like that? But America's the land of the free, the home of the brave, the land of golden opportunities. But we treat our people like shit. God know the fuck you lying. God know the fuck you lying. God, how you just walk up to somebody's house and steal their package? Be- My name Bennett, and I ain't in it. Manny, Manny, I don't understand what's so hard for millionaires and billionaires to give up their taxes, pay their taxes. But we paying Google in taxes, and they not. They not. Where they do that at? They live in these lavish luxury houses, driving the best of the best cars, while the average person is sitting over here struggling, working two and three jobs just to make ends meet. See, that shit don't apply in certain countries. Ooh, child, I really don't want to do this. Y'all, I gotta go. I'll be back round about 10 o'clock. So without further ado, I bid you adieu. I really don't want to talk to these people. I'll see y'all in a few.